Well, the wait is over. Universal just announced Jurassic World Velocicoaster, which will open right on schedule summer 2021. I know some of us were worried that the project could get pushed back to a different date, just like they pushed back Epic Universe, but nope, we have official word from the park that it will open as anticipated. Not just did we get a name, but also some specific stats. This is just supposed to be something down to the point to keep you in the loop, because this is not something you're going to want to be missing out on. After all, it is the apex of all coasters. Alright, we already know it was an Intamin LSM multi-launch heading to Jurassic Park at Universal's Islands of Adventure. As the name suggests, it's themed to Velociraptors from the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World trilogies. In this case specifically, it is themed to the Jurassic World Velociraptors, which have a pretty big role in the movies. Before, we weren't quite sure whether this coaster would come with a full retheme to Jurassic World, but it's to my knowledge that this is the only ride theme to the sequel series as of now. Of course, they can always build something in the future, but for now, this is what we got, and I love it. A dinosaur theme alone is very intimidating, but what's even more intimidating is the layout and the genuinely screwed up elements it offers. Of course, those following the ridiculously fast construction of this coaster will know that it will have 4 inversions, including an Imeleman, dive loop, stall, and a heartline roll which barely scrapes the water below. It looks awesome. But we all knew that. What about the brand new stuff that was just released? Velocicoaster will feature 2 launches with a max speed of 70 miles per hour. The best part? The second launch has an acceleration from whatever speed the coaster is traveling into the launch at to 70 miles per hour in just 2.4 seconds. This is of course assuming the fastest part of the coaster is the second launch and not the bottom of the drop, which it very well could be. Regardless, this launch is going to have a kick. It's going to be one of those that puts you in the back of your seat. The train will soar up a 155-foot top hat overlooking the lagoon, which the entire park is built around. Now, get ready. That drop off the top hat is at 80 degrees, very steep, one of the steepest in the state. The only one steeper than it that comes off the top of my head is Iron Gwazi, and that has a 91 degree drop. The last major stat we got is the track length, coming in at a whopping 4,700 feet long, 700 feet longer than its biggest competitor, Iron Gwazi. That's it for stats, but we also gotta look at its theming and some possible effects. First and foremost, this train is gorgeous. It's slim in the front, which is going to make for such an open experience. Plus, it uses the new Intamin lap bars, which can also be found on rides like Pantheon and Terran. I love how the light bleeds through the metal, giving that blue glow. It's everything we wanted, and it's going to look even better at night. Also, I need to acknowledge the length of this thing. This thing is freaking long. Long trains have their pros and their cons. A downside being the longer the train, the slower it may take elements. I'm not saying by any means this will be slow. 70 miles per hour is very fast. As a matter of fact, with a train of this length, imagine how much airtime you'll get from the whip of some of these elements, like the top hat, wave turn, and outer bank. Now, if you're curious about the airtime, Velocicoaster will have 12 seconds of ejector airtime. Comparing this to Steel Vengeance's 27 seconds of airtime, it doesn't seem like much. But remember, these are all small pops of ejector. When you get a ride full of small pops that add up to 12 seconds, you know it's gonna be a good ride. It was always rumored this would have some sort of show scene right before the first launch. The first launch is mostly exposed with the exception of this near-miss tunnel. I would assume this is meant to act as a raptor breaking out of its cage. However, I do want to say the train is actually inside before the first launch, so that tells me 2 things: screens and animatronics. Universal absolutely loves their screens. They have it on almost every ride, and I'm sure this will also have them to bring you into the world of Jurassic World. But why talk about screens when we can talk about this rock work? Wow, for a coaster of this scale, I am blown away. Parks often choose to skimp a little on theming if their coasters target an older audience because they're already spending a lot of money on the coaster itself. This is not the case for Velocicoaster. There's rock work, tunnels, near misses, cages, watchtowers, and I'm sure there'll be some sort of greenery to mimic running through the woods like a raptor. The rest of the coaster has been talked about for several months, so there's not really much to talk about, except I want to mention this airtime hill. I have not heard a lot of people talk about this airtime hill. A lot of people are saying what their favorite element might be, and I'm saying this airtime hill is going to be one of the best moments on the whole ride. Anyways, this is just a small sum up of what came with the announcement of Universal's Jurassic World Velocicoaster. If you want a full-length theory video, click right here for my thoughts on how Velocicoaster ties in with Epic Universe. If you've made it this far in the video and are not already subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button down below for more videos just like this. This was something new for me, so tell me if you guys like it down below. I'm Zach from Theme Park Media signing off, and I will catch you in the next one.